Sonji Milburn tells us.
Sonji Milburn spoke with people from all walks of life.
Sonji Milburn did something right to land this awesome assignment today.
This is the old Royal Casket Company, and the damage is clear as day. You can see a chunk of the building fell, bricks scattered everywhere. It looks like a scene in a movie, and right now the area is blocked off, and just a little over to my right, you can see police officers and city officials just evaluating the area. A man was right here at Tokyo Garden picking up his food order when he saw two men at Overdrive Automotive Center going from car to car, checking the doors. Wells County had 7 inches of rain, causing a massive flood, but the water was so powerful that it washed away a 15-foot section in the road. Now crew members are left picking up the pieces. Roughly 64 firefighters from Oklahoma are heading to Louisiana this morning, and they'll be there for 2 weeks. I'm going to show you what the scene looks like. It's a lot going on right now. They're packing their bags, getting their equipment ready just to head on out in just 2 hours. Now in Louisiana, they'll be conducting search and rescue, boat operations, and damage assessment. Baby, it is cold outside, and I wish I was lying. I'm going to show you how deep the snow is right here. The snow is about 13 to 14 inches, just a little over a foot. Finally made it out the tent, Julia. I am here at Keystone Lake, and it is live here on Labor Day. You can smell the barbecue in the air. People are fishing on the water. Kids are playing, just having a good old time. This is the place to be on Labor Day. She's a singer, songwriter, a model. I mean, you may have heard her song on the radio. I know some of her songs, and my favorite is New Rules, and it goes like this. It's like, I got new rules, I got them. Duh, duh, duh. I gotta tell them to myself. Now let me stop. You can only imagine the emotions Lori was going through. Excitement, happiness, joy, just to name a few. She tells me that this moment was like her wedding day and Christmas all wrapped up in one. Now that's a good time. Under state law, there are no protections for the LGBTQ plus community, meaning they can be denied housing, work, and get limited health care, which is why advocates are trying to help change the current Human Rights Act. Believe it or not, first responders are more likely to die by suicide than in line of duty. Just last year, 167 officers died by using their own guns. Tibelius won't be harvesting much this year with all the snow and mud. It's going to set them back at least $50,000 to $100,000 in operating costs. The partying went beyond the bar and spilled in the streets. Some say there was even damage to the town, ending in a riot. That's when the National Guard came and everything changed. Because of the flood, the Johnson family lost a lot of sheep, but those that survived gave birth to baby lambs. Making this an Easter the Johnson family will never forget. If the music doesn't get you up and moving, I don't know what will. I'm joined here by the Wishick Public School and their band director. This is more than just a little dispute. The owners are taking this personally, so they decided to sue the city of Mandan in federal court to not only protect their mural, but also their freedom of speech. In a little over an hour, this stadium is going to be filled with nearly 2,000 fans waiting to see the Larks. I'm joined here by John, the general manager. John, what can people expect for tonight?
There are over 6,000 wreaths placed on this gravesite. And not only is the ceremony to give homage to veterans, it's to give closure to families. In 2017, the Storm Shelter Rebate Program helped 86 residents get storm shelters right here in Washington County.
I am demonstrating how slanted our floors are because of the buckling below.
Allison Blink is a prisoner in her own home. The living room floor is sinking in the middle, and she is forced to live on either the left or the right side of it. And she blames the home inspector for not seeing major issues that would have kept her from buying the house.
He had told us that everything was good and that the slanting floors were just because it was old and that it was normal and it was settling and the structure was good, the bones were good.
But it didn't turn out that way. A few months later, her son discovered the problem.
My son flushed some toys down the toilet and the toilet flooded, so we had to take the downstairs ceiling, the drop ceiling down, to air it out and clean it up. And that's when we realized that there are multiple cut joists and damaged wood.
Since she closed on a home, it has moved a ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch. And damage estimates are over $100,000. But Allison says she can't afford those major fixes.
The house on the top is all shifting and twisting and sinking downward. And because of that shifting, I have water, our roof has twisted and water damage has happened over here because of leaking.
We reached out to Inspector Ski Home Inspection, who was the company that completed her inspection.
I've been in the business since 2012, doing residential inspections. I know that a home inspector is guided by what is called standards of practice. I feel terrible that the house has continued to shift.
The company offered Allison her $325 back, but she says that's not enough to make a dent in fixing what was supposed to be her forever home.
You sit by the phone and you wait for it to ring. And when it rings, you hope that the other end says, hey, we've got something for you.
And that something is a kidney donor. 40-year-old Sophia Anderson has been waiting 3.5 years for one, and her health is only getting worse. With 2 bad kidneys, most of the time she's in dialysis, sitting in this hospital bed with needles in her arms. She even drives from Minot to Bismarck 3 days a week just so she can stay alive. But who knew while driving, she would meet a woman willing to help her find a donor.
I was running late for a meeting and I took a turn to try to get to my destination quicker, and all of a sudden I saw a vehicle in front of me with a sticker on the window stating that somebody was in need of a kidney donor.
Shelley Aberly knows firsthand how challenging it can be waiting for that call. She's helped her husband and friend find a kidney donor. Now it's Sophia's turn. As Sophia waits for her donor, she isn't alone. She has her husband, kids, and now Shelley to support her every step of the way. And giving up is not an option.